Why are we here? Why are we doing this? The 5 principles of physical retaliation. We're going over the shredder, if you will, but I'm going to break it down because, and I'm going to give you the whole thing at the beginning of it, of course, but I'm going to break it down simply because the term itself, the word, has just been so fucking misunderstood. And it's stupid that I'm giving this seminar to all the people who know what I'm talking about. So hopefully you guys can at least go out there and go, no, it's not that, it's this. I was actually there at a seminar. 5 principles of physical retaliation. I did not create these. I did not make these up. They existed, they've been out there for literally hundreds, some thousands of years. They're concepts. It's based, when you put them together, they form a concept. Somebody else coined it the shredder. It wasn't even me. So some of you, if you don't know the story, I did not name it the shredder. It just happened by accident through a lesson between one of our students, a long-distance student, and one of our instructors who was here earlier, Mark St. Marie, and he was doing a private, and he's going over the 5 principles of physical retaliation, and I'll name them off to you in no particular order, as there aren't any. You're looking for basically applying tactile sensitivity, which is the ability to determine or feel the other person's energy through the sense of touch, right? So you can feel somebody's movement through tactile senses. Very applicable at close quarter range, boxing range even, clinch, ground. It's present. It's all there. You don't have to use your eyes to go, oh shit, he's pulling out a knife. If you recognize that the arm disappears for X amount of time, well, and the person isn't punching you, reasonable deduction is they either have an itchy ass or they're reaching for a fighting blade. You gotta, thanks. A lot of thanks. Beer. So, tactile sensitivity, economy of motion. Economy of motion. Do nothing which is of no use. Do not waste energy and movement for nothing. Don't wind up to throw a punch. There's reasoning behind it. Yes, you want power, but what good is power if you can't reach your target? What we're looking for are things, because this is self-defense. I'm not teaching fighting, combat style systems, mixed martial arts. It's just pure and applied self-defense. And from that perspective, logically speaking, I would think you want the highest probability, success rate, concepts, moves, attributes that you can possibly have. Because we're dealing with your life. It's not about a trophy. It's not about, it's self-defense. Fuck, I can die. So, yeah, I would sacrifice power in order to be able to reach my target, because all the power in the world, if you can't land it, amounts to nothing. It's fucking useless. So, economy of motion ties into the next one, which is non-telegraphic movement. Non-telegraphic movement means that you do not want your opponent to know or see or even hint or have a clue as to what you're going to do to them. Otherwise, it's not strategic, really. It's not smart to go, hey man, you want to fight? Yeah, well, I'm going to punch you with this fist right fucking there. Okay, you ready? We don't do that. Well, some of us do. But generally speaking, we shouldn't do that. So, ideally, you want to hit the person when they're least expecting it. You're almost literally, you want to set up a sucker punch, right? Because that's the smartest thing to do. Avoid the violence as much as possible, and hopefully I'm going to throw one shot and it'll be the last, or 2 or 6 or whatever it's going to take. But I want to maximize, again, the chances of landing my strike. So I'm going to try to do it as non-telegraphically as possible. Right? Does that make sense so far? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, good. So one person says yes. Yeah! One person got it. Then you've got closest weapon to closest target. Whatever weapon that you have at your disposal, be it an extended one, you found a rock that you want to smash over their head, whatever, you happen to be carrying something and it was out at that, whatever, or your natural tools. Now we've got natural tools. We're not limited to our knuckles and our elbows and our head and our knees and our feet. We have other stuff. We have teeth, and we have saliva, and we've got fingers, and we can grab and pull and tear and rip and do a bunch of different things. Sure, these aren't exactly knockout, cool, fucking, movie finishers, but they're functional. right? And so if I'm looking at my closest weapon, the closest target, that could be anything from, you know, sticking my thumb into, you know, right into the person's throat to make them go for a split second, then pop them with a palm strike under the jaw. It could be a shin kick with my toes because, you know, to the shin because I happen to be wearing hard shoes and that's the closest thing. Whatever it may be. It could be a bicep pop, a headbutt, spitting in the person's face for a momentary can opener or distraction. It could be a punch because you're just outside of boxing range and the person's coming in, your hands are coming up, and they're really open for a gut shot where you can take a hook shot and land it. You just happen to have extra martial skills at your disposal because you've trained in different things. Right? So it also is highly dependent on your personal ability to use your natural tools. And our natural tools are sometimes divided by styles and systems, such as grappling, or boxing, or kicking, or whatever. Mixed martial arts kind of took that and tied it all in, but there's still rules applicable there, and there's certain things. And over the course of the last 15 years, we've been adding more and more rules to the mixed martial arts. When it first started, it was just no eye gouges, no throat shots, no weight divisions, no time limits. It's not like that anymore. Right?